Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first show of Comicsgate Late Show with George Peter Gatsis. Today, I have a guest with me. His name is the Marksman, and he's here to give me his thoughts on why the wholesale slaughter of Triceratops, why we have to stop the wholesale slaughter of Triceratops, and I'm getting the opposing opinion. And this is a tweet that I did a couple of days ago, and it reads as such. Can we stop the wholesale slaughter of Triceratops? The last I read, their numbers have been reduced to practically nothing. We don't need the horns to help us have better sex. There's Twitter for that. Can you retweet this and get the word out? The tweets have been fast and furious. We've had a total of 4 retweets and 7 likes. I'm telling you, this is going to be huge. Huge, I tell you. We have a few guests in the chat. I have no idea how to unearth mind. Earthmind. Hello there. And I'd like to go right away to my special guest, the Marksman.
Have you ever tried to shoot down a Triceratops before? Is that something you've ever tried?
No. The closest I got to shooting something was a dart against the wall.
I think you've made a lot of prejudgments, if you will, about killing Triceratops, because you got to understand, unless there's a control of the population, they just run wild over villages, over schools, over orphans. Don't you care about orphans? Gosh.
Well, I think we all care about orphans. Do we have to feed them?
The Triceratops?
No, the orphans.
Well, of course you got to feed the orphans, but you don't have to feed the Triceratops if they're dead. You can feed the Triceratops to the orphans, right? It's a problem that takes care of itself if the Triceratops is dead.
Okay, so
right?
What do
you feed the villages, you feed the orphans, everything's taken care of. But if you don't kill the Triceratops, then everybody goes hungry and the schools get flattened. I don't think you want to be responsible for that. You seem like a nice blue fella.
Well, I don't know. I mean, do the Triceratops taste good with potatoes?
No, I believe they're organizing into a union, mate.
Oh. There's a Triceratops. So this is a trilateral union?
Something like that. You know, it's quite dangerous for capitalism because the Triceratops, they're communists, right? Communists.
I was not aware.
Yeah.
When you look at this dead fellow here, you never thought he was a commie.
It's black and white, mate. You can't see how red that Triceratops is.
That would explain why the photo's in black and white. They don't want us to know that he's a red.
Exactly. Triceratops, mind manipulation. You got to kill him, mate, or else you lose your schools, your orphans go hungry, and pretty soon all your photos are black and white.
But what we're going to do with the population of the Triceratops, you know? I mean, don't
kill them.
Just like that.
Yeah. I mean, you like schools, don't you, mate? You like schools, right? They got nice lunches, mystery meat, gravy. You don't know where it came from, right?
Yeah.
You lose that when you let the Triceratops population increase beyond 0.
Wow. I never thought about that way. But what about the pro Triceratops, people?
You've heard of tree huggers, right? Well, we call them horn huggers.
The horn. Okay.
Yeah, horn huggers.
Oh, okay. And these horn huggers, are they successful?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, you're the one making tweets about it, trying to get a hold of the People's Eating Tasty Animals organization.
Well, yeah. People eating tasty animals is just what the world needs, you know.
The Triceratops is tasty.
Uh, um,
What do you
are
think
there?
mystery meat is, eh?
Oh, is it really? Right down to the shell on its back of the head.
Oh no, mate, that's what they make the graphite out of for the pencils. That's a number 3 pencil. Get it?
Number 3 pencil, of course, the tri
It's a math
pencil.
teacher joke.
Oh yes. What? Wow. Why did all of a sudden they decide to go hunting Triceratops? Why couldn't they just hunt rhinos out of extinction?
Because the rhinos smell funny, mate. You ever get close up on a rhino? They smell funny. Triceratops, much more hygienic.
Oh, okay. Well, that's typical. Couldn't they, take a shower?
I don't know, man. The rhinoceros take a shower. I don't know. I don't think they can reach the handles.
Oh, they need
They need
what?
horns,
They need horns.
more than 2.
Yeah, they need support. They need people support, human support. Oh,
Right. I mean, that's why you got to take care of the Triceratops because they don't depend on man's intervention to survive and stay showered.
oh well. Well, did you know that Triceratops have a special boarding pass for airplanes? They get the what do you call it, the first class.
Oh, I knew it. They go to the front of the line, a bunch of cheaters. But why is that? Why do they end up in first class and not economy?
Why? Because they're such a valued, because their horns are so valued, they shave a little of their horn as monetary value. So by the time the airplane lands,
Right. You're telling me they make a horny pass? The
that's right.
degenerate Triceratops make a horny pass to get first class on a plane? I mean, I heard about the Mile High Club, but not the Tri-Horn Mile High Club. Gosh.
Yeah, the horny pass. It's
Horn huggers. Goodness.
yeah, by the time the airplane lands, the stewardess and the captain and the first mate, all that stuff, they're
You see, you won't have that problem if you wipe out the Triceratops because everybody will be in school, right? And you know what? Triceratops, they don't fit through the doors at school, right? Problem solved.
Well, that's what the garage doors are for. The freight elevators. That's why they were made for the.
What kind of school did you go to, mate, that has a freight elevator?
Well, it was an old school. I mean, it was
pretty old.
Yeah, it was designed
steam-powered chalkboards.
Well, yeah. I mean, the only way to get those freight elevators going is if you get on the little tricycle right at the corner of the freight elevator and start pedaling like crazy.
Pedal, right? Uphill both ways, 15 miles in the snow, yeah? That's what Triceratops doesn't prefer, though. Doesn't understand that lifestyle because it's a glutton and doesn't go to school, right? Has no idea about that.
But the Triceratops is a natural predator for the animals that eat the spaghetti off the trees.
Oh, right, the tree spaghetti eaters, right? Those little lemurs.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, and the giant wombats. Wombats that get the SpaghettiOs hanging down low, right? Because they can't reach the top branches.
And you just never know. It's, the value of spaghetti always fluctuates every time the Triceratops is around.
See, people don't appreciate how much the Triceratops fucks with the global SpaghettiO market, right? One day it's up, one day it's down, one day it's flat, one day it's kind of noodly, right? You can't have that. You've got to wipe out that kind of insecurity in an investment portfolio full of tomato sauce.
That's interesting. How did you decide to get into the marksman's, the hunting of Triceratops? I mean, I'm looking at this.
They killed me family.
They killed your family.
They killed me family. It was Christmas morning. I'm wrapping presents, and right through the front gate comes the Triceratops, takes out the whole house. It was our fault. We lived too close to the schools.
Oh, shoot. Really? What kind
of... It's a danger.
What kind of dwelling lives so close to the school? Don't you have like a track and field around the school or anything like that?
Me dad was a madman. He insisted it would never happen to us and had no insurance for Triceratops stampeding the house and just bad around. So it was just me on my own. after the Triceratops took the family.
What, you didn't? You only had, what kind of insurance was it? Geico?
No, it's State Farm, mate. Like a good
Uh,
neighbor. Come on.
oh gosh, State Farm. Yeah.
I would not trust a man that does not wear red shirts and khakis to protect me and my family from financial devastation following a Triceratops stampede.
Oh my gosh, I never knew that was such a a thing. All I can think of is well, there's just so many things now that the Triceratops could. Wait a minute, has the Triceratops even made any value on this planet at all? I mean, they were just a glutton eater, and they were eating the spaghetti people. I
Yeah,
mean,
the
what?
spaghetti eaters, right? Little
Yeah,
lemurs, giant
yeah,
wombats.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean it's terrible, right? They just consume, consume, consume. They're like Chinese, right? They're like Chinese. Just consume, consume, consume. Leave nothing behind but devastation, ruin schools and orphans without schools. And without mystery meat, right? Terrible world, right?
I mean, what's the life without mystery meat? Just sit there, fork it, and just wonder: is this going to be tasty or is this going to be chewy?
See, I think I'm bringing you around, right? I think I'm bringing you around to why we ought to wipe out and keep wiping out and have kept wiped out the Triceratops, right?
Well, I keep wondering, is the Triceratops really a worthy animal to be, championed to be put on the endangered species list?
Well, you have to talk about these people. Talk about it with these people at the People Eating Tasty Animals organization, right there in your tweet.
Well, yeah, I wasn't aware that the People Eating Tasty Animals Association was such a cabal.
I like that. That's Peter. Man, I like that. Sounds like they're falling off a cliff.
Well, I think all these. The last I saw these People Eating Tasty Animal Association, they were all fat, overweight. A lot of them with heart disease.
Right. Well, that's what a life without Triceratops meat does to you, right? You got to have that lean Triceratops meat, rich in protein, low in trans fats. It's good for the body to keep them dead. It's good for the body. Does the world all sorts of good. And your butt will appreciate it.
But what do you do with the bones? This is a lot of bones. There's more bones in a Triceratops than there's an elephant. And you know what
Yeah.
happens to an elephant's bones?
Right, and there's an erection epidemic in the Western world. Two problems, right? Solved each other.
Adega in the chat says Triceratops make good watchdogs. It's the food bill that makes them impractical.
Yeah, but they don't even cycle, right? You don't see Triceratops cycling around. They're not good for the environment, despite what they eat, despite what they may chase off, right? They don't even cycle. They're taking up space on public transit, taking up space on planes. Hell, they're getting you out of your first class seat because they've got horny passes, because of the horn huggers running the plane industry. How fair is that, right? You got to wipe them out, eat them up, protect the orphans, protect the schools. It's important.
Well, that's a huge ecosystem that the Triceratops is affecting in our society.
3 horns of disaster, mate. 3 horns of disaster. That's why it's on the posters in all the school locker rooms. 3 horns of disaster.
So I guess you're getting quite wealthy, or maybe your wealth is depreciating as you're losing out on how many are left.
No, mate, I do it for free. I make all my money on Dogecoin.
You're a Dogecoiner?
Absolutely. From day one. Back
So,
before it was even worth a penny, mate. That's how you make the money, not just Triceratops bones and meat stuff. That's just a gift back to Mother Earth by keeping some 3-horned scourge where it belongs in the anal holes of history.
You invested in Dogecoin before it even existed? That's incredible foresight.
No, before it was a penny, mate. Before it was a penny. Back when it was a wee little meme coin.
Wow. That's remarkable and extraordinary. So what do you do with all these trophies? I mean, you must have a whole closet full of trophies on all these.
No, shipping container. Shipping container.
Oh, you have a shipping container. Oh,
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's much easier to walk through, right? You get a walk-in closet, you eventually run out of space. With a shipping container, you just slap on another one at the other end and keep on going, right?
oh, that's really amazing. I mean, I don't know what to think about it. It's like is there you can't even make any money off of this? You weren't even going to make any money off of this. You're just doing it for free.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a gift back to Mother Earth, Gaia, the great
how,
spirit from which we all came from.
how do you? I'm curious. How do you survive in this world? I mean, gift bags from old ladies. What?
Dogecoin, mate. It went to the moon.
Oh, the last I saw Dogecoin was at 8 cents. I think.
Exactly. Exactly, mate. You buy $800 worth of it when it's less than a penny. And then when it hits 8 cents, good gosh. Good gosh.
Oh,
I'm set for life. I'm set for life.
So you're telling me you're like a $10 heir?
$10. Yeah, mate.
Wow.
Rich beyond belief. Rich beyond belief. You wouldn't believe it.
You're really
That's why I'm hip deep in a swamp right now.
You're really making that that Dogecoin stretch. That's really amazing.
Give back to Mother Earth, wipe out the Triceratops. That's what I've got to say, mate. Give back to Mother Earth, wipe out Triceratops.
Well, I'm okay. Well, I think. All right. Well, I'm very surprised this thing has happened. I mean, how many Triceratops are left on the planet?
0, mate. I would know. I've killed them all.
Wasn't there a competition?
Nah, mate. I keep a dartboard in my room, right? Faces of all the Triceratops that are alive, and then I just throw it blindly at him. Whatever one dart lands closest to, he's next. And I've bullseyed every picture. None of them are left.
What's the most exotic location that you went Triceratops hunting?
Machu Picchu. Wonderful place. Great in August. Great in August. You'd think it'd be hot, but no, not over there. Nice and breezy.
I see. And you didn't have any problems fighting the natives, the headhunters?
No, mate. They were down for the headhunt, right? Triceratops head. It's great aphrodisiac for them Machu Picchu headhunters.
Okay. Well, it looks like we have a guest. No Regrets is here to give us their commentary on our conversation.
Is that a dinosaur?
Yes.
Oh my god!
A dead one.
It's a dead one.
When did this happen?
Well, it's apparently the extinction of the Triceratops has been going on for quite a while.
What is? Wow! I didn't know Teddy Roosevelt killed a Triceratops.
No, that's not Teddy. That's the marksman right here. He's our guest.
Yeah, they took the saturation out of the picture to keep you from knowing it's a communist Triceratops, right? Red from head to toe, snout to butt, I guess. It's when I had a mustache. See, I had that same hat that guy that did the Happy song had, right? And then he went out of style with the hat, and then I just got rid of it.
Wow. Okay. No Regrets. How did the Triceratops affect your way of life? I mean, are you sad now that they're extinct?
No, mate, I told you they killed me family. I'm happy they wiped out, and the next one that pops up, I'm gonna be there for him, right? Pow! Right between the eyes.
Well, geez, couldn't we say breed them in captivity, or could have bred them in captivity, like in a zoo or something?
No, mate, they spawn everywhere, right? Just a drop of the hat. You're surrounded by them. They're stampeding at your school. You got to keep them at 0.
All right, just let's take a moment and say hello to the chat, our audience. This is filmed in front of a live audience. We have Jabba the Coach, Mr. Ruckus.
The frogs.
Earthmind, the frogs, yeah. Vilned, JDA, John Delarose. Who else do we have in this audience? Oh, we have Testify HD is in the audience. Spirits Guard, Tatsunami, and Isaac. And Testify, really nice of you two to stream over Vicky and Matt C's stream. We didn't even know they were doing this. And Adega, of course.
Oh,
Adega,
for God's sakes. For God's sakes.
we weren't aware. Okay, so John is going to ask his wife for some reason, and Elasma has just copyrighted this stream. Wow. That bugger. I failed to run my copyright mark at the bottom of this, so now it's already gone. I already lost the copyright in the stream because I forgot to run that little ticker tape at the bottom. All right. No, okay. No regrets. What's your impression on this, and how did the Triceratops affect your way of life? And are you sad that they're extinct now?
Not really. I mean, you got to have ivory grips for pistols somewhere, you know. I bet you they make a badass fucking pistol grip, you know. How many people can you say, I own ivory Triceratops grip pistols? I mean, come on, man. That sounds cool.
So what you're saying is you take a $10 pistol that you find at the dollar store and you put an ivory handle in it and you make it into a $100,000 weapon of small destruction?
Instinct destruction.
That's kind of ballsy to actually to carry the very weapon, you know, built off of the bones of the animal that you're actually going around killing. Ballsy move, yeah.
It didn't stop anybody from doing to the rhinoceroses.
Well, you know, we did. You know, the rhinoceros. We did talk about the rhinoceros a little earlier in the show, where they were a little smelly. Tell me, Marksman, what kind of particular pea shooter did you use against these monstrosities? I mean, it had to be like a bazooka. I think we lost a Marksman.
Yeah, mate, I got distracted by the Vicky stream. Sorry about that.
He's in the bushes. He's hunting.
Yeah, right. I got distracted by the Vicky stream. See that fella there with the shaved head? He's quite a looker. Quite a looker.
I see.
Yeah, right. Sorry, I'm out here in the swamp, right? I get easily distracted. Easily distracted. You know, without all the Triceratops around, right? I don't have to be so alert, right? And I don't have a family of my own to worry about getting stampeded. And I'm in the middle of a swamp, nowhere near a school.
Well, okay. So what kind of pea shooter did you use against these Triceratops? It must have been a bazooka of some kind?
Oh, no, mate. A 50 caliber anti-aircraft rifle.
An anti-aircraft rifle.
Yeah, mate. Right between the horns, mate. Right between the horns.
So are you telling me you were laying wait in the bushes, and as the Triceratops flew overhead, you shot it?
No, mate. It was like a high noon cowboy showdown. I told it to get its lanky, scaly ass out here. We stared each other down. I drew, it stampeded, and dead. Or charged. I guess that's a better word. Charged.
It charged you. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, right. That's a word, right, Charged?
I guess so. Okay. I'm very confused. I discovered that these animals have gone extinct kind of late in the game.
You're welcome, mate. You're welcome.
So there's absolutely no way we can say Jurassic Park these back into existence.
No, mate. No.
I'm
waiting outside the gate. Any of them get out? Pow! Just like that. They don't let me in. I'm banned for life. I can't help it. I show up, I start shooting. So anyway, I started blasting, right?
So it's just an instinctive thing, you know. As soon as I try, how do you feel now that you're, say, out of a job?
Well, you know, how would Superman feel if he wiped out all the crime on Earth, right? He'd feel pretty good. He'd feel like he did a good job, and he deserved a little bit of R&R. You know, R&R.
R&R. Okay.
That's why I'm in the middle of a swamp.
In the middle of a swamp, a little R&R, waiting for the extinct Triceratops to come back and threaten the world again.
Yeah, right? Ever vigilant in a swamp.
Are these the only dinosaurs that have came back to life, or is it just Triceratops?
No, I think these were the last of the dinosaurs to go into the extinction list.
Or the
Okay.
first, if you
Oh,
prefer.
so you never ran out of bullets. I'm assuming you never ran out of bullets. Did you run out of bullets at any time? Did you have to use a knife or anything like that?
I don't know how to stress this to you. 50 caliber anti-aircraft rifle. All right. This will pierce the side of a Sherman tank at 50 yards. All right. Even that bony forehead of the fucking Triceratops, nah, not a match for 50 caliber anti-aircraft rifle.
And none of these Triceratops were wearing bulletproof vests, police vests.
Not on their foreheads. Not on their foreheads.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
not a knife. That's a 50 caliber anti-aircraft rifle.
Since when did Triceratops become guard dogs for the police?
Well, because they had a good life, protecting the spaghetti people.
You haven't seen them, mate? They got their own vest. Says right on the side of them, "Don't pet me. I'm working."
Oh my God! Okay, so we're coming up to the half-hour mark, and I believe this could be our show for today, the one and only show, because right now I didn't expect to have 11 people watching, and I am definitely not one of the 11 people that's watching the show. But if the marksman and No Regrets would like to jump onto another topic, it'd be great. But if not, if it's a little late in the day, and I'm assuming the marksman needs to have a rest because right now his vigilance is somewhere in the swamp. And we can continue this on our next episode. Same George time, same George channel. What do you think?
Sure. Vicky has Jesse Pinkman on stream. What the hell?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're missing out. I told you, he's quite a looker. He's quite a looker.
Does he know how to make the blue crystal?
I bet if you started any question for him with "Do you know how to make?" you'd probably get a positive answer.
All right. Well, okay. Let me throw in another tweet that I threw out there.
Oh,
Emily Clark. Emily Clark is a wonderful actress. She appeared in a movie called Solo. Some of you may have watched it. She was in the starring role of Chewbacca on that movie, and right now she is decided to write her own comic book. And I say Emily Clark is Comicsgate, and I copied Entertainment, or comicbook.com, and comingsoon.net. What do the panel think about Emily Clark being Comicsgate, the actress who played Chewbacca in the Solo movie?
well, it's clear that she wants to be in the comic market since Keanu basically did it.
Well, I gotta break it to you. A comic book is probably more like a storyboard from her line of work, right? So like they're showing her the script, they're showing her where they want her to stand, and then she's like, I'll just put dialogue in here. Ta-da! It's a comic.
So you're saying that her experience of playing Chewbacca in this Solo movie, which apparently this Solo movie is a very successful movie, it gives her the credibility to write a comic book. Is that correct?
Maybe.
Okay, that sounds like a legitimate.
I think you can expect a Netflix original or a Disney Plus original about this probably within the next 14 months.
And probably starring her as Chewbacca.
No. It's this feminist Deadpool thing she created in her comic, right? But
Oh, is that what it is?
yeah, maybe with a cameo though from the feminist Chewbacca from that Swallow. Is that what it was? Swallow Hard, was it? Swallow Hard.
It's, it sounds legit. Honestly, I've never watched this Swallow Hard movie. I heard that it was a very successful movie, and great for Amelia Clark. Welcome to Comicsgate.
Yes. And if anybody's wondering, the carpet does match the drapes in her Chewbacca outfit.
Oh, is that true? Wow, that's
Yes.
such a privilege to know that. Okay, we're running a little late in the show. We're like 1 minute after the half-hour mark, and I'd like to thank my guests, the Marksman, who has been a very clever fellow, and no regrets. Any last words before we finish this show?
I have
Keep
no regrets.
your children away from Triceratops. These are the three horns of disaster, demise, pain, and destruction. The best thing you can do is send your kids to a nice public school and give them a heaping helping of Triceratops mystery meat. I'm counting on you. Do Mother Earth a favor and keep the extinction level at 110%. Good night.
All right. So, no regrets. Do you have anything to say about people eating tasty animals or the extinction of the Triceratops?
Keep eating it, and I have no regrets.
Okay. I'd like to thank everybody who has joined me on the panel. This was a very exciting discussion, very informative. Let's hope that people eating tasty animals will someday revive the Triceratops, because it looks like some people are just going to get bored stiff without any good hunting. Thank you, everybody, for coming. And it's time to close the show. And keep watch. Same George time, same George channel for the next episode of The Late Show with George Peter Gatsis, or Comicsgate Late Show with George Peter Gatsis.